Hi, my name is Hitesh and you're watching Metasploit Extreme on Kali Linux. Below is my web homepage where you can access much more details about me, as I always say, don't forget to drop me your feedback. So we have seen quite a lots of scanners which are already built up in the Metasploit Kali version of this framework. But many times a pen tester really is in a kind of a need that he really wants to create his own scanner for particular task or particular purpose. At that particular point of time, you are going to need your own scanners to be built up. Let us assume that on this particular point of time, you are not at all good at comfortable with programming stuff. But let's say some other time or for some other users which are pretty comfortable with the Ruby codings, they want to build up the things for their own. So for those purpose, we are going to learn how actually we can create our own auxiliaries, own our exploits and everything in this particular video, and where actually to save it after writing the codes and everything. The code part we are going to take in just a little bit at this video, and in later videos we will try to make the code things in much better way. But right now what is our focus is actually very simple, just to learn where to keep the files, how to run those files, and how to get our own scanner up and running. But to make sure that our scanner is working and up, we need to keep few things in the focus. First of all, that when you create mixins via Ruby, it really gives you an access for all exploits, classes and methods which are available or which are being used by some other exploits. Also, we have got support for proxies, SSL and reporting as well. So no need to worry out that you have to always have to code from the scratch. There are always some built-in things that you can always use. Also, there is a built-in threading methods that we really want to scan very quickly or very slowly. These can also be done. So writing a scanner is really simple. So let's move back to our scanner thing, and I have already written one of the very good scanner out there for you. And you can simply see that I have already imported these classes, that is scanner class, TCP, and there is a remote TCP class. Okay, so I don't have to code anything from the scratch. Already things are up for me. And here we have got the super class, which is just useful to write your names and everything. What important going out here is actually it tries to connect from a remote server and sends him a greeting that hello server. And once the greeting is being received from the same side, what it does first of all, connection is there on the port number 1 2 3 4 5, and simply what you can say, when the data is being received, it strip off the data from its IP level and shows us the IP level as well, or the IP as well. So what I'm going to do, I'll use this all script out here, and I will try to make my own scanner in my Kali Linux. So what I have got in the lab setup, I have got the Metasploit Metasploitable 2 up and running, and I have got a Kali Linux as well. So first of all, where to keep my files? This is really a big question. So I'll travel into a directory that is /usr share, and in that there is a folder that says Metasploit framework. Now here all the things are there. In one of my previous video I have told you that this thing is core library, there is the module, there is everything. So what all I have discussed is actually out here. So you can find out there is a plugins, there is a modules, and our MSF encode, and everything is out here, including MSF CLI and MSF console as well. So what I'm going to do, I'll move into the directory that says modules, and in that I will find an auxiliary. So I'll travel in the auxiliary directory as well. And if I travel into the auxiliary directory, you'll find there are crawlers, there are scanners, and quite a lot of things are out here. So what I'm going to do, I'll move into one of them that says scanner. In the scanner I can find all the things are out here. Now what I'm going to do, first of all, I have already created a file that says hc-scanner. So first of all, let me remove that hc because I was trying actually if the things are working or not. So now I think the file is being removed. Okay, so it is being removed. Now what I can do, simply I can again create one of the file that is hc-scanner. Make sure that extension that .rb is out there with you, because extension is really important. So I'll press I to get into the insert mode, and I will copy paste my entire code. The code will be available to you as well as I have also showed out you the entire code, so you can pause and write, and if you don't want, the code will also be available to you in the text format. Now I can press escape colon WQ to write and quit. And if I do ls, my file is there at c-scanner.rb. Okay, one more few important things are out here for you to understand. Okay, before that, let me start my services. I hope you are quite comfortable with these commands till right now. I'm starting up my database and it will start up within a few seconds. Okay, so database is start. Now I will start my Metasploit services. Okay, so very important thing out here to be noted out here is, let me first start the things. Okay, so when you actually write out your codes, the extension is very important. It should be .rb to make sure that these are Ruby files, because these Ruby files works very good with the Metasploit framework. Second important thing is very simple. When it loads up the MSF console, it loads all the files which are present there. So in one tab, if you are already having your MSF console up and running and then you create your scanner or anything, it will not load up in your framework because your framework needs to get started again. So until and unless your framework will get restart, it will not load up your particular thing. The third important thing is that directory files matters a lot, because if you have kept your thing in the auxiliaries in the scanners folder itself, then you need to search it there. If you have placed it in the HTTP folder after the scanner, then you need to search it there. So make sure you don't do these kinds of mistakes, because these are really the common mistakes. So let's wait up for our thing. In the meanwhile, let us do some things on the Metasploitable 2 Linux as well. So first of all, I'm going to create a file that is response.txt, and I'll press I to get in insert mode, and I will type some things, hello server. Okay, I'll press escape colon WQ. Okay, so we have done this. Now we also need to do one more thing out here. I need to start my netcat server, that is -lnvp is quite simple, on the port 12345, and I will give my response.txt with this file. Okay, so it's listening on this port. Now let's travel back to our Kali Linux, and yes, everything is up and running. So I want to use a very simple auxiliary in the scanner. I have got a thing that says HC scanner. Pretty simple, so I'll start it. I don't know what to do next, so always my command will be there that says show option. I need to fill our hosts. So set our host values to 192.168.52.160. So time being, I'm just focusing on particular one machine. You can also make it for many machines as well. So things are set. Now I will hit run. So once I hit run, you can see received hello server. So it means something was listening on the port 12345 and I have got it from this particular IP. So that's really a simple and pretty much easy example to be carried out for your own scanner. Although I was trying to give the netcat values from there, but really it doesn't matter quite a lot. So this was pretty much simplest possible example how you can create your own file and can place them very easily in the Metasploit. And that's the extensible feature of Metasploit. So with this, let's end up this video and see you out there in the next section.